So the possum is this new mysterious character that's in Amanda the Adventurer 2.
How did you get in here? Who even are you? Go away!
And in this video, we're going to be going over a very likely possibility of who the possum might be. There's some clues that hint at who he is.
Seriously, who is that guy?
So yeah, hope you all find this video enjoyable as well as informative. If you do, consider leaving a like on the video. The support is greatly appreciated. As always, that's totally up to you. Just leaving a reminder here in the beginning. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this lore. First off, something to know about the possum is that he appears in each of the tapes. And each time he appears, you'll have a choice to either help Amanda and possibly Wooly sometimes will be with her, or you could choose to not help them. And actually, believe it or not, 2 of the times that you choose not to help them, the possum ends up chain reacting something that is positive to progress in the tapes. It's almost as if this possum is trying to help us sometimes, oddly enough. I don't know if it's accidental or on purpose, but yeah, it's interesting. The 2 outcomes that I can think of during the tapes where you actually don't want to stop the possum is during the Let's Plan a Trip tape, the first tape. This actually chain reacts Amanda to check in the sofa to find more coins, which is required to fill the piggy bank to progress to the next tape. Thought that was interesting. And another outcome that I can think of is during the Practice Patience tape. If you choose red paint and then don't stop the possum when he comes into the scene, he'll actually splatter all of the red paint over Amanda and Wooly, which will chain react you to be able to trigger one of the monkeys that are required to progress further in the story. Pretty interesting, right? I thought this was pretty interesting, especially also how if you choose to stop the possum, none of those lead to you progressing further in the story. It's only if you choose not to stop it, but only a few of the outcomes. It's not like every outcome you have to choose. There's only like 2, I believe, that I can think of. So yeah, I thought that was something interesting to point out, though, that the possum helps us, progress further in the story. Don't get me wrong, though, the possum also seems to slow us down, too, sometimes, as well. Like, for example, here, when he literally broke our shovel and we had to fix it. So it's hard to tell, what his motive is, really, if he's trying to help us or not, or if he even has a motive. I don't know. It's hard to tell, once again. Anyway, speaking of that, there's a secret scene with the possum at the very end during the Do You Feel Safe tape. He will only appear in that tape if you have collected all 4 secret tapes and have watched them. Once you collect and watch them all, when you play the Do You Feel Safe tape, the possum will now appear after Amanda and Wooly go into the alley. And if you choose to stop him, check this out, guys. Something interesting is said during this part.
Amanda, you shouldn't go in there.
I thought you said this neighborhood is safe and cozy, Wooly.
It's really scary back here, Amanda.
Sometimes it's good to go to places that scare us. You can learn a lot about yourself by facing something that scares you.
That's dangerous, Amanda. There are other ways to learn about yourself. Like by having adventures with your friends.
What's something that scares you? That's not what you told me before. Even after all this time together, I'm hurt. Some people think strangers are really scary, but I don't feel that way.
Strangers? Amanda?
You were a stranger when I met you.
To be safe, you should never talk to strangers.
And I trusted you. I think I still do.
Riley, I'm almost at the front door. I think that thing is following me.
Oh. Not him again! What are you even doing here?
Nobody wants you here.
I just got in. We need to get moving.
Can you even hear us? What is with this guy?
Why have you been letting this stranger mess with us this whole time? Can we please get rid of him?
What the hell happened in here? gonna come check on you.
Yeah, did you guys catch that? He was trying to say a name, and the name he was trying to say was Joanne. He actually says it at the very end. If you choose to not help Amanda and Wooly and not stop them, he'll end up saying almost the full name.
Why wouldn't you help us? I trusted you.
And what did I just say about strangers?
Let's get rid of this guy already.
Amanda, can we please go home?
Sure, Willie. I don't want to play anymore today anyway.
But keep in mind, you can stop him and it'll still progress. He just won't say the full name almost like that. Check it out. Here's what happens if you choose to stop him instead.
Huh. I guess strangers can sometimes be pretty scary.
He still kind of says the name, but he doesn't say it as close as this. Yeah, he says it like that while on the ground if you choose not to stop him. But yeah, what's also interesting about this and how I know the possum was trying to say Joanne, not only did it sound like it, but once Joanne started talking on the walkie-talkie, that immediately got the possum's attention.
What the hell happened in here? I'm gonna come check on you.
And then the possum literally jumped at the screen and then started trying to say her name. Now, that got me thinking right there. The possum knows Joanne somehow. Which, by the way, the masked figure is Joanne. I'll show proof of that further in this video. But he immediately recognized her voice. And there's a reason for that, actually. It seems like the possum is Jordan, Joanne's brother. Yeah. After this scene happens, where, you end up either helping Amanda and Wooly stop the possum or you don't help them stop the possum, the cassette will then appear after, this scene with the possum happens during this tape. This cassette is to be played for the secret true ending. You have to unlock Kate's desk, Riley's aunt. Riley, which by the way is the character we're playing as. And once you unlock it, you will see a cassette player. You then just want to pop in the cassette into the cassette player. And, well, here, I'll just let this play out. Check this out.
Oh, Riley, please. Oh, God, I'm praying you hear this. Someone can get this to you. You can stay safe so I can protect you. Okay, please just don't watch the tapes. Destroy them. God, what did you think? How could I possibly involve you in this? I'm so sorry. I thought I couldn't. Everyone who's tried to figure it out, they're all dead. Joanne is dead. She please. I can't bear the thought of it. The letter I wrote, I was wrong. Riley, there is no higher calling. There is only suffering. Pain. If you've never seen me again, just please listen. I was so stupid and arrogant to think we could beat them. She wasn't ever ours to lose. She was already gone. I can't let you get lost too. Please.
So right there, we just heard that our aunt, Kate, died in a car crash. We, literally heard the crash happen. Anyways, after this part plays, this happens.
Riley, I don't know what to. I am so sorry. She Kate died because of me. My brother was one of the kids who disappeared. All I wanted was to find him. And someone came to me. They told me he was trapped and that the only way to free him was to smash the tapes. And I believed them. I brought you here to destroy these. I thought I was doing the right thing. The night she died, I went to your aunt's house. She'd been working so hard to find the truth, but all I wanted was to get Jordan back. I screamed at Kate to give me the tapes, and then that creature. It was horrible. I pushed Kate out of there, begged her to run. I didn't want her to get hurt because of me, but then she...
So I'm going to stop it right there for now. This is when the theories start coming in. People believe that Jordan, which is once again Joanne's little brother, could possibly be the Possum, which seems to be highly likely because he seemed to have recognized Joanne's voice. And Joanne was on a mission to destroy these tapes because, obviously Jordan used to watch them, or she wouldn't even have learned about these tapes whatsoever. So yeah, and at the end, you notice that the Possum seemed to have recognized Joanne's voice almost immediately, trying to call out to her. There's some speculation that this could possibly be Jordan. He pops up in one of the secret tapes where Kate and Sam Colton are in the library talking. This is in the third secret tape that you can find.
Hey, thanks for filming again for the archive.
Daddy, did you turn off the camera?
No, I'm about to.
Dan, I'll catch you later.
Make it film me.
Didn't expect to see you at story time.
Okay.
Well, I'm a sucker for that Cheshire cat.
Perfect. Yeah, give me what you got.
I have to say, I just love seeing that connection you've made with the kids here. It's
I love it.
something else.
You're my favorite jumper.
Do you have a minute?
Look at that.
So yeah, whoever this was knew Kate because he was filming for her, and the boy that was dancing was his son. But there's no name confirmation at all, so yeah, this is just speculation here, that this could possibly be who the Possum is. And also, in the background during this part, you can see Sam talking to someone in a suit. Don't know if this guy in a suit has something to do with Hamlin or what, but yeah, this kid is also like in the spotlight of this scene. And lastly, we do know he's a fan of Atlanta the Adventurer. We learned that during this tape at this part here.
You all may know a friend of Mr. Colton's. You can watch her on her very own hometown hit show on Ken Stale's public access channel. Do you know what show that is?
Atlanta the Adventurer.
That's right, my friends.
Which, on that note, now since we know he was a fan of the show, we also learned during the first secret tape that a lot of the kids that went missing were a fan and watching the Amanda the Adventurer show. So much so, it's almost as if they were hypnotized before they just vanished without a trace of where they went. Check this out. I'll play a little bit of Kate talking about some of this during the first secret tape.
How long have you been cataloging these?
Since I caught a sigil on the swing set in the background of the Let's Play Pirates episode. If I'd have blinked, I'd have missed it. But here's the thing, there wasn't a single reference until the acquisition. This is the complete log of all the references I can make out, and most of them are subtle, but they're there, and lots of them.
And usually paired with a message encouraging kids to ignore their parents or do something harmful. Again, it's subtle. It's not something that's overtly dangerous, not in the context, and it's always under the guise of a new adventure.
And you know this kid was also watching the show at the time of his disappearance.
Totally engrossed, his parents said, and then just gone.
No police evidence? Not even footprints trailing off?
No, nothing. Like he just vanished. That was over 8 months ago.
And now this other kid, Lauren, same story.
So what's next?
That's what we need to figure.
I don't know. This is just a little speculation that this could be Jordan, possibly. Either way, it does seem like the Possum is Jordan. Also, there's speculation that the Possum could be Kate as well, but I honestly don't think that theory is correct, just because Well, we learned that Kate died in a car crash. And also, the possum never recognizes us, which, we were playing as Kate's niece, Riley. So that's kind of odd too. And we've also learned that these kids that go missing are like really obsessed with the Amanda the Adventurer. Almost as if like the kids are being hypnotized, then they just vanish. We learn about this lore from Kate actually, which is the librarian to this library and once again our aunt. She talks about this during the first secret tape. I'll go ahead and play bits of this. Check this out.
How long have you been cataloging these?
Since I caught a sigil on the swing set in the background of the Let's Play Pirates episode. If I'd have blinked, I'd have missed it. But here's the thing, there wasn't a single reference until the acquisition. This is the complete log of all the references I can make out, and most of them are subtle, but they're there, and lots of them.
And usually paired with a message encouraging kids to ignore their parents or do something harmful. Again, it's subtle. It's not something that's overtly dangerous, not in the context, and it's always under the guise of a new adventure.
And you know this kid was also watching the show at the time of his disappearance.
Totally engrossed, his parents said, and then just gone.
No police evidence? Not even footprints trailing off?
No, nothing. Like he just vanished. That was over 8 months ago.
And now this other kid, Lauren, same story.
So what's next?
That's what we need to figure out. They provided 2 original tapes of the show, and they say there are more. Over the next few nights, I'm going to start combing those for more coded language. The puzzles, the anagrams, they seem to connect it to the cult. And based on what we have, I'm convinced that this is the latest iteration of the one Caroline's family's been tracking for generations.
The information we already have about the group ties it back to a religion that hasn't been practiced publicly in damn near.
So we're saying that this production company has been around since the Middle Ages? Is that what we're saying?
Either that, or they're...
So why her specifically, and why here?
I wish we could get our hands on that contract. I think it would be...
So yeah, that's some of the interesting points I wanted to share out of that secret tape. Keep in mind, the secret tape is even longer of what I showed here. I just don't want to carry on this video too long. I just want to get into some points that I thought was interesting about that secret tape. So yeah, on that note, it seems like Hamelin is some corporation that goes way back to like the Middle Ages, and they're putting some kind of like ancient evil symbols and doing some kind of witchcraft with the show, and that is doing something to the people who are watching it. And they mentioned, these symbols and stuff they're showing are very subtle. Like, they're not really that noticeable at all. I don't know. Either way, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then these kids go missing after watching it and becoming totally engrossed in it, as you heard her say. So, that just means they were totally captivated by it. Almost as if like they were being hypnotized by the show. Also, I know a lot of people are curious about whether or not Possum or Joanne or Jordan will work as an answer, and unfortunately, none of those names work whatsoever for any of the answers. Just wanted to throw that out there because I know a lot of people were curious about that, and heck, there might even be some people that will be curious about that in this video commenting about it. But just want to let you guys know now, during this video, I tried all those for answers and yeah, none of them worked. Anyways, yeah, to wrap up this video, I'm just going to continue to play out the true ending, continuing on from the part where I paused it, just so you guys can see how the true ending plays out, in case you haven't seen it. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, hopefully this helps clear up some confusion over who the possum is. At the moment, none of this is confirmation, but it's the likely theory over who the animal is exactly. I would love to know your guys' thoughts about this, and heck, if you have any other ideas of who the possum might be, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. At the moment, Kate and Jordan are the main culprits over who the possum is. But yeah, I'm out of here though, everyone. As always, most importantly, I appreciate y'all taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, peace.
I think it was protecting the tapes. We didn't know. Kate didn't know. And now I've led those psychos right to her house. They're the ones who burned it down. It was to destroy those tapes. I know it. I saw the letter she wrote to you. I know she trusted you to pick up where she left off. And I took advantage of that trust to bring you here, to find the tapes. I don't know if you can ever forgive me. But I do know that Hamlin needs to be brought down. I won't be their pawn anymore. I will do whatever I can to... Riley, take these and get out of here. Go! I'll be right behind you.